There's two more dry flies which came about in, I would think, 1949-ish, 1950, when the DFM, daylight fluorescent material, first came into the country. And I made two particular flies eventually, after lots of experiments that didn't work, that really started to catch fish. And they were designed, both of them, for fishing in bright sunlight. Now, one of them is a hare's ear, but what it did, the floss materials, now you've still got to find one that will do this. These are the original fire fibre Gantron that came in from the States. And this was the floss, and it had the facility that the twisted fibres would separate. You know, they were loosely twisted. Now there's probably still stuff on the market now, and you'd need to find that. So what I did, and still do, is to chomp a whole lot of fur off hare's masks and ears, and then take red, blue and white and chop up small pieces, maybe 5, 6, 7 millimeters long, and then sit and blend it all together like that. And you end up with a mixture like this. I don't know if it will show on the screen, that is a blend of hare's fur with coloured fluorescent fibres. And when sunlight catches that, it, you know, the colours gleam, you know, they really show up. And and I made a hare's ear one because it was fairly close to a medium dun in general appearance, which is a fairly common clear water fly, but you know, it worked. And that and the next fly I'm going to show you, I have fished in bright daylight on crystal clear streams, both in North Wales and places like the Kennet and Whitewater in the south. Just have literally caught hundreds of fish over the years, and they work. So they would definitely be in my box for dry fly fishing. So that I'm going to use a slightly lighter grey than I used before for the tail and for the hackle. The wings are slightly different. So it doesn't, again, really matter what colour thread we use. So I'm going to use a maroon thread.
On an Italian bobbin.
On an Italian bobbin holder. Well, now,
Less amplified.
You've made a very, very good point there. Yeah, that's quite true. Oh, come on, don't play me up. Right, okay. So the first thing we need again is a tail. I just used a few fibres out of one of the feathers that will be used for the hackle. Nothing very posh. And then some of this fabulous mixture, and it really, really does work.
This one again is a reverse fly.
Yes, yes, definitely. And at this stage, you don't want it to be too bulky, so you can do a bit of trimming. And a word of advice, keep the tying thread out of the way of the scissors. So, so there we are. So we've got a simple fly. Now, for the wings of this, again, some young ladies thousands of miles away sat down and threaded.
Thank you, everybody.
Baba threaded all these feathers together, and this is a more grey coloured cree hackle, and I like these because they glisten, and I don't know, there's just something about them that gives them a bit of character. And then, if I can find it, we come back to using this for the hackle to float the fly. Hold on. Again, stroke them out, take all the fibres away from the underside of the hackle, and trim the other side to a suitable length. Right. So let's tie that in first. Ah. Again, I just use the needle to ensure that I keep the thread, the hackle where I want it. Bugger it. Ah.
That's the new version.
Pardon? You can tell I've not done this for a long time.
Still doing better than I would have done. I'd have been on the floor by now. No, doing things like that is you get out of your comfort zone. It's a pain in it. I truly believe you could do it years ago.
Right, so in bright sunlight, that really shows up for the fish.